Creative force is the absolute power of heaven that moves the stars in their courses and makes the seasons turn. A noble one finds this creative forces within him, as close as his own breath. It does not need to pause and rest, and nor does he. Also, with heaven, that hexagram, it talked about that in Chinese thought, it's not heaven above us, it's heaven within us, and in all things, essentially. And that force that maybe one might even call chi, or creative life force, that energy. One thing that brings to mind is having the Kundalini energy, it talked about as well, being something that builds up in the body. We can have energy build up in the body and it turn into anxiety or a depression if we don't have it figured out, or if it's shaky in weird ways and we don't know what to do with it. It can be completely overwhelming. In the Microcosmic Orbit Meditation, that is an ancient Chinese or Taoist meditation, and even in a lot of the readings that we'll do, we'll hear from time to time, it'll say, empty the mind to fill the belly. This talks about the upper and lower dantians, and that there's three, and there's a middle one that's near your heart or in your heart chakra area. The top is the crown, and the bottom is kind of 4 inches below the navel, that kind of area, so sort of between the sacral and the root. That is an area that is meant to store energy, and it's safe to do so there. So something that might be helpful if someone were feeling overwhelmed by energy, to do a visualization of moving that energy down into that space, the lower dantian, and housing it there. And from that space, it can be used to help strengthen the organs and the body. And one way that is good to do that is to do that meditation, the microcosmic orbit, which I've left some links in my community page, or some videos that you could check out regarding that. But it involves moving the energy up the back from that lower dantian position and visualizing it coming up and moving up to the crown of the head and leaving it there for a little bit, and then moving it down again the front of the body